Hello everyone and welcome to today's Smash Steam Summer Sale Faves. Favs here as always, and this is your video for the 25th of June. And we have some free? Wait a second, how about we restart that sentence? We have free awesome little titles. Maybe not so little, but they're awesome nonetheless. So let us get started, of course. First up is Child of Light. Now Child of Light is sort of an RPG. It's from Ubisoft's special engine they kind of created. I mean, Valiant Heart's done the same thing that just came out quite recently. I really love how it's a very colourful game. Very colourful, quite strategic in the way that its sort of fighting system works. I mean, usually you get two people out of your party working together, and there's like, you have your little friend flying around, and he can collect like orbs of health and slow down the enemy, and how you have to smack the enemy and it can reset their sort of timer for getting attacks and everything. I mean, there's a lot to sort of consider. The story's really awesome. The backgrounds are spectacular. Really sort of watercolored in a way. You'll probably notice very close similarities between Child of Light and Valiant Heart if you've picked Valiant Heart up at all, if that was a game you were looking forward to that was shown at E3. And it looks really cool, really beautiful. It's got a lot in it, certainly quite cheap. It's only 25% off, bear that in mind, but it wasn't out too long ago, so I'm not really surprised by that. But it's a really awesome game that I would highly recommend checking out a little bit more if you feel up to it. Now, of course, we will move on to the second title, which is going to be Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, when this kind of first launched, people were a bit like, I don't know, like, I played it and I have been playing it throughout all the time it's been out, really. I mean, here and there. I'm not a major Counter-Strike fan, but I enjoy Global Offensive. And it's been patched quite a lot, updated. I mean, Valve's always good at keeping their games updated every now and again. And there's some great modes included in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's obviously, it almost feels like, they've added new modes, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's a lick of paint, because the gun system, gun mechanics in Counter-Strike are always pretty solid. This just feels, it looks 100 times better than the last Counter-Strike, of course. That's kind of ideally why I think it feels like they brought it out. It's 50% off. And it looks awesome, plays awesome. You've obviously got the gun mechanics are pretty solid in the source engine. And well, yeah, it's Counter-Strike. You kind of says it in the name. Everybody knows what Counter-Strike is. Unless of course you're not and you're in this video. Well, it's an FPS shooter. Pretty sure I screwed that one up. And it's Counter-Strike terrorists against terrorists. There's several modes you can go into, gun mode, versus whatever you bloody want. Basically think, your average FPS 100 times better. There you go. I mean, like COD, 100 times better. Yeah. Except its gun mechanics are pretty awesome. So make sure you give that a check out. There's some footage in the background, hopefully, if I didn't screw up my editing. And last but certainly by no means least, Company of Heroes 2. All I'm going to say is this RTS is freaking awesome, go buy it. It's by Relic, who are one of my favourite studios for the titles they've released. Anyone who knows me personally, it's 75% off, which is a huge saving. And it just got a massive sort of DLC kind of additional campaign. But the engine Relic made is phenomenal. You probably won't find many games that are better than Relic's engine for Company Heroes, or Company Heroes 2 I should say. It's kind of like they've been continually evolving it since like Dawn of War, Company Heroes, and it's just gotten better and better. The particle system looks amazing. Just at night time when gunfire and everything's going off and explosions and stuff, you also have the whole ice element. You can trap tanks down ice, and it just looks awesome. Zoom right in the action. It's definitely a game I highly recommend. I'm going to spend a lot of time in it. Great content. And yeah, don't be expecting base building. There's no base building as such. Not in the campaign anyway. It's not really, you know, like the old Command and Conquers where you're building up loads of base. You know, you've got squads and you gain experience and stuff. But it looks awesome, and you're gonna have lots of a variety of tanks as well. You can kind of take control of or have in the battlefield. And it's pretty damn fantastic. The whole snow aspect added to it just makes the game look even better. Anyone who likes their snow should go get it. Now, of course, we shall bring up the free titles at once. Your sort of pros and cons, A Child of Light. Well, the pros, it's a very, very good solid RPG, great mechanics, looks pretty awesome. The only downfalls I would say is probably some people are just going to be put off with the fact it looks like a 2D side scroller when it's not really that, and by the fact it's just like some people find it a bit boring. I mean, I will admit I've been watching Jesse Cox's sort of playthrough of it, and some people just kind of got bored. It's just the type of game it is. But with it being an RPG, you know, you're going to sink in a good amount of time. But there's a really good solid story I see there, and it's just pretty damn solid. So you make your judgment there. Maybe check out a wee bit more of it. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Well, as of now, it's pretty solid to play. Gun mechanics are brilliant. It looks awesome. There's plenty of modes to dig into. Your servers are really good to find. Downfalls of a Global Offensive. Well, some people feel it's a bit too much like a lick of paint and more money, but I personally don't. Well, I can understand where people are coming from in that aspect. I always try to be a bit unbiased and be like, right, I can understand where people's point of view of that. But I mean, it's a good price if you want to jump in and finally pick up Global Offensive. You may as well do it. Company Heroes 2. Game looks phenomenal. There's some really interesting strategic aspects about it, like the whole ice element, the snow element. You know, your guns are going to freeze up. The game looks really good. The environments look phenomenal. Downfalls or disadvantages, whatever you may wish to call it. I wouldn't really say there is many. I mean, some people do say they kind of. Well, I wouldn't say they spam the DLC. I mean, there's at the moment for Company Heroes 2, there's 3 packs you would say for it, and then there's some sort of, you know, cosmetic stuff, etc. like that. But I mean, to me, it feels, you know, the game is pretty full of stuff. Sega did buy out Relic, of course, so still haven't seen how that's really affecting Relic. I think they've just been left to their own devices. And really, Company Heroes 2, it may make your system run a bit hefty. I don't quite know. I mean, my system's pretty beastly, runs out of sweat, even though the auto detect is clearly broken. But I mean, the particle system looks awesome, the environments are awesome, there's lots of units to explore. Great multiplayer is intact with that as well. Other than that, I can't really say much else about Company Heroes 2 except probably go pick it up, because it's pretty fantastic. Anyway folks, thank you again for watching this video. I hope it's provided you a bit of information, maybe an insight to what I like, who knows about that. But if you have any more questions or anything, fire them down below, let me know what you want, or what you think, should I say. And thank you again for watching this video. See you next time.